Leaks for the iPhone 17 have gotten out of control. At this point, we're still months away from the big fall reveal event, but the phone continues to leak in so many big ways. In fact, we just got some new info over the last couple of days, and it continues to be not good news, but bad news. Plus, we've got some info on some surprise products that could be launching alongside the iPhone 17 series this fall. New AirPods, new iPads, new Macs, new Apple Watches, and maybe a surprise one more thing. But first, I want to give a big thanks to Charge for sponsoring this video. They've got an amazing MagSafe wireless battery pack that you are going to love for your iPhone. But also, before we jump into that, Apple HomePad. Not HomePod, HomePad. This thing might actually be coming this year. We're hearing this could be like a HomePod meshed with an iPad that would sort of be like your home hub. It would be able to show you photos, it would control different accessories and devices around your home, and it would answer any question on your mind through the power of Siri, which is a little controversial because Siri kind of sucks. In fact, we're hearing that inside of Apple, Siri continues to be this huge problem that no one even wants to touch. You know how Craig is always running away in these Apple keynotes trying to get to the stage in time? Well, we're hearing internally he might be actually doing that, trying to get away from Siri. It's become a huge problem, and after so many years and so many teams have tried and failed to make it better, the new father of Siri might just be here to right a sinking ship. And it's someone you may have noticed once or twice who's beginning to become a more familiar face at Apple events, and that's this guy here named Mike Rockwell. Now, if he looks familiar, originally I believe he made his debut at the Apple Vision Pro announcement back at WWDC 2023, because he's regarded sort of internally as the father of Vision Pro. Now, say what you will about the success or lack thereof with a $3,500 Apple headset, but I think even the haters can agree, despite the price tag, the technology is super impressive, and Mike Rockwell is really being sort of praised as the guy who took a team of talented engineers and basically some ideas and made this thing a real live product with some pretty cool features. He is now responsible for leading the team that works on Siri, and I guess it sort of brings us to sort of this broader theme of Apple really showing us sort of the next generation of executives coming into the fold at Apple events. You know, there was Tim Cook, and there was Jony Ive, and there was Eddie Q, and there was Phil Schiller, and Craig Federighi, he's still around, but it seems like more and more this old guard is moving away as these new execs come in, and Apple is showing us who is important and who to have on your radar. Other person you should definitely keep on your radar is this guy here named Alan Dye. He was sort of dubbed as the father of the dynamic island. He was the one that showed this off back with the iPhone 14 Pro a couple of years ago. Man, it seems like just like yesterday, but it's been a little while now when he sort of showed us how this thing was going to work, and he was also the one that once again introduced us to another big Apple design change with liquid glass. And many are saying, there's some speculation inside of Apple, that he could sort of be the next Jony Ive figure, or at least the next design leader that would be as instrumental as Sir Jony Ive once was. So Alan Dye, keep him on your radar. Mike Rockwell, keep him on your radar. And of course, the other guy that we know is going to be very important that could be Tim Cook's replacement is John Ternus. He's been a more and more frequent face at Apple events. Last time when Apple did their blitz of Mac announcements, he was the one that handled all of them. Tim Cook was nowhere in sight. So looks like a new cast of characters is coming into the fold as some new executives at Apple. So just sort of have that on your radar as the next generation hopefully is going to give us some more exciting and more useful Apple products. In addition to HomePad, we're hearing a couple of other surprise products could be making their appearance this fall, starting first with an Apple Watch Ultra 3. We've actually got a couple of new tidbits. Number one, of course, is, the obvious stuff. New Apple Silicon inside, brighter display, thinner bezels, probably some improvements to refresh rate, which could help with battery life. That would be awesome to see. And we're also hearing one of the new star features, or I guess a couple of star features here of Apple Watch Ultra 3. We're hearing this could actually get satellite connectivity built in, so you would be able to make calls, send texts, share your location, things like that, just with Apple Watch Ultra 3, which could be a very cool thing to see. We're also, of course, hearing that Apple is really looking to double down on health features for Apple Watch. Now, for many, many years, the big rumor has been unobtrusive blood glucose monitoring. We're hearing that Apple might be sort of abandoning that effort for now or putting it on pause, but what they might be doing instead is trying to focus on hypertension. Specifically, we're hearing that Apple Watch Ultra 3 may be able to at least measure your blood pressure, at least the trends in your blood pressure, and it could tell you if it's trending upwards or downwards. And then what I'm super excited about, what actually might be more exciting than iPhones this fall, is AirPods Pro 3. And again, like a lot of things lately, there's a lot of talk on whether this is gonna happen this fall, if it could be delayed. Hopefully it comes, because AirPods Pro 2, well, it was nice to get something, wasn't the most exciting update ever. AirPods Pro 3, though, might have the opportunity to be way more exciting and give us some new features that Apple will put on their Beats headphones, but not put on their flagship AirPods Pro version 3. And especially since active noise cancellation is no longer a Pro level exclusive feature, Apple needs to do something to make AirPods Pro 3 a little bit more pro and worthwhile for their price tag, which is why the rumors on Pro 3 are so exciting. Now, leaks and rumors have been back and forth for years now on what we could see. There was some talk that Apple could significantly shrink down the actual earbud size of AirPods Pro to sort of mimic what Samsung is doing with like this little bean that would go into your ear. We're not sure if that's happening or not. Couple of the biggest features though here that are almost a done deal. One, of course, is a built-in heart rate sensor. Given that they're already on the Beats line, at least one of the versions of the Beats, it would make sense to have an AirPods Pro. So that would be cool. So you'd basically be able to do some workout tracking and health metric tracking without having to wear a watch or have any other apparatus on your body, just the AirPods Pro you've already got in your ears playing music. And then we're also hearing that you might be able to actually dial in precision level of active noise cancellation. That not only would ANC be better on the new AirPods Pro 3, but you'd be able to have like a slider and like actually adjust the ANC level to exactly what you want. And I've got some new info on the iPhone 17 I'll share in just a moment, but spoiler alert, it's not all good news, especially if you're looking at the iPhone 17 Slim or iPhone 17 Air. We're hearing that battery life on this phone is gonna be particularly bad. So you wanna make sure you've got an external MagSafe battery pack that is ready to keep your phone charged throughout the day. And I can tell you honestly, as someone who has tried a lot of these battery packs over the years, the one lately that I've loved and I've been using, and one that checks all the boxes and then some, is the Ice Mag 2 from this video's sponsor, Charge. Not only does this thing look super cool, sort of a nod back to the Apple of the 90s with translucent designs and being able to get a sneak peek inside of cool tech, but also it's just a fantastic 10,000 milliamp hour external battery that can do a whole lot and really cool down your iPhone experience. Because it's got an active dual cooling system that features an upgraded active cooling fan plus a full aluminum alloy backplate for passive cooling, so you get those fast charging speeds and this thing stays nice and cool. And while that's cool, I also appreciate that this thing checks the other boxes of things I'm looking for like a companion battery bank for my iPhone. This actually supports the Qi 2 wireless charging standard, so it can deliver 15 watts of wireless charging power to your iPhone. That is double a lot of the typical battery banks you will see. It also has a USB-C port here built in, which is cool for two reasons. Number one is you can plug this sucker directly into your iPhone and get the full 30-watt charging speed. That should take you to about 50% in 25-ish minutes. But also you could do a dual charging system here. So you could literally have your phone with this on the back and the phone's charging, and then you could plug in another device, maybe your Apple Watch, for example, or AirPods, and have both charging at the same time. That is very, very cool. Plus, it's got a built-in stand, so you can not only charge your phone, but also have it easily sort of accessible for watching movies, playing games, horizontal, vertical, thanks to the built-in stand that collapses away just like that. The Ice Mag 2 from Charge is super, super cool, literally cool. If you guys want to learn more about the Ice Mag 2 and pick one up for yourself, which I highly recommend you do, especially right now, summer, phone's getting hot, you want to keep it cool, especially when you're trying to charge, check out the Ice Mag 2 at the link right down below in the description. And finally, let's get into the drama with the iPhone 17, because things here continue to be interesting. Again, but we're also hearing a couple of compromises may be made specifically to the iPhone Slim or iPhone Air. Now, keep in mind, this phone is already going to have some compromises. Not only is it going to be thin, and that in turn is going to sort of not give you great battery life, but we're also hearing that battery life might be such an issue or a potential issue, Apple is going to do two major things. we're hearing number one is they might already be working on some sort of MagSafe battery attachment thing, which I wouldn't go that route. I'd actually, hold on. IceMag 2 is probably still a better way to go just because it does more and bigger battery and all that stuff. But the second thing we're hearing is that Apple might actually take the ProMotion display away and do a 60 hertz display on the iPhone 17 Slim or Air again, because that would certainly help with battery life. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind. Number one, we're hearing that finally the base iPhone 17 is going to be getting ProMotion, so it'd be really crazy to finally get it on the base level phone and then take it away from a higher end, more expensive phone. Besides that, the leaks keep coming, but nothing else is sort of changing like crazy. It's basically been status quo for the last couple of months. Big design changes coming, 4-phone lineup, slim phone, pro phones, regular phone, all that stuff. Maybe there's a surprise here that we haven't seen yet. Hopefully there's something under the hood, or maybe there's some new software thing we get with iPhone 17s. But as of now, what you see is likely what we're going to get, and that is what we know right now. So I'm curious, guys, as always, what are your thoughts on the Apple news stories of the week? Your thoughts on iOS 26? Have you downloaded it? Do you have the beta? Is it working out well for you or not? Your thoughts on Apple's new A-team of executives? Are you a fan of Alan Dye as the new Jony Ive successor? Yes or no? Drop a comment down below and let me know. And would you buy a HomePad? Yes or no? Let me know. Not HomePod, HomePad. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Appreciate you all. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see ya in the next one.